Okay, so apologies for not uploading. But let's talk about the Aston Villa transfers this January. So initially, so our first club signing, or our permanent club signing was Andrés García for 7 million from Levante. He also then played, I think it was 2 games, if I'm not mistaken. One or two. Either way, he played. I mean, he looked okay, actually. He looked okay. Um, you know, it's a it's a tough. I feel like it'll always be tough for players to like jump straight into a game just from signing, just from signing basically. Because I think back to like Kusanov recently in that City game where you know goal at like let in a goal and got a yellow card on his debut, but he grew into the game, which is nice. But like it can be a daunting task, but I think Andres will do well. We also, I guess the bigger news pre the window opening was out, and like I guess in the initial weeks, first few weeks of January, was Donyell Malen, because we were going back and forth with Dortmund on the price. I think I even said on Twitter that like it's probably gonna end up being like 25 plus add-ons or something like that, or 23 plus add-ons to get to 25, because they were asking for like 30, and you can't off. I think we offered initially like 18 or something ridiculous, and it's like they're also in the Champions League. You have to actually take them seriously. Like if it was a club like Hull or fucking, I don't know, Luton or Celtic or something, like you can bully them a little bit, but like Dortmund, there's certain clubs where you can't flex on them like that. But yeah, so Donyell Malen, 25 million. And he also played. I like him. I like Donyell Malen. Like I think he's a talented player, and he offers a lot to the team, which is especially now with Duran gone. With Duran gone to Al Nassr for 77 million euros. I mean, shout out, thanks for the money. Maybe we'll spin the block, I guess, but you know, I guess the rule is you shouldn't go back once someone leaves, you know. But yeah, such is life. I wonder what that. I guess this is just looking to Al Nassr with Duran. I guess with them trying to sign a striker in general, because they had initially gone for Victor Boniface from Bayer Leverkusen. Like they'd initially gone for him, and they were basically all the way. The deal was basically done. He just had to fly there. It I feel, and like they just like switched up immediately, which is wild. But hey, such is life. Actually, such is life. I do feel for Duran, because it's like he's a very talented player. It's clear to see. Everybody's aware of that. But like, he was kind of. This is where I criticize the manager a bit. Like he was limited. Like his minutes were limited. There wasn't really opportunity for him to to grow at Villa in the way that he could have, because like he was. I think for some reason Ollie Watkins just decided, yeah, I'm gonna ruin this guy's time here. Like fuck this guy, respectfully and disrespectfully. I'm gonna score every goal on earth. I'm gonna get double. Like you, I will not be dropped. I refuse to be dropped. And you know, even with Duran just dropping like absolute master classes out of nowhere from the bench, it's like if the main striker is doing well, you're going to be limited. And I think that that frustration was clear to see. I think if I wonder, like, this is just wishful thinking. What if he was sent on loan? You know, that would have been like, I feel like that would have been an alternative to selling him. But if even with the manager's words, it's not enough. It's not enough. That's not enough reassurance, especially if I can see that there's no like progress for me. There's no room for me really. Yeah, it's one of those, I guess. But we'll see. We'll see what the future tells. But yeah, so Malen, Garcia. Then we welcomed Axel Disasi from Chelsea on loan, €6 million loan. I don't know. Disasi also, I'm not really sure. I don't know how these next few signings, I don't really know how I feel because, well, at least two of them, I don't know how I feel because it's the places where they come from. We're not kind to them. Like the words said about them from where they're from were not nice words. Like Axel Disasi, I think Chelsea fans were saying that he's a bit of a disaster. He's got the bozo gene. And like he's a liability defensively, at least from what I remember. And it's just, I hope that Emery can work his magic, like I hope, but we'll see what happens with the Sassy. He does, I think I watched the welcome video, like that welcome interview video that Villa posts every time they sign a new player. And I mean, he's enthusiastic. He wants to be at the club. So, high hopes. And he's got a Frenchman on the team who can help with his transition, and Boubacar Kamara. They're in contact all the time. They've played together for the national team or within the national setup. So yeah, now it's up to him, and Luca Dean as well. Like there's Frenchmen in and around him, so like he won't be alone, forced to speak English, I guess. And even what's his name, Onana, can speak French, so it's like he's not gonna be, isolated, So yeah, we move. Marco Asensio from PSG on a loan for the end. All of these upcoming loans are till the end of the season. I don't know if one of them is with an option to buy or obligation to buy rather, but yeah. Marco Asensio is a 2-time Champions League winner. I mean, on paper this makes sense because we've needed a winner, like as much as our team is technically good, there's no winners, nobody's won anything in that team. like anything of note. If I guess outside of like Emi Martinez, obviously he's won like a World Cup, but that's not what I mean. Like I mean like a club thing, you know, like a Champions League, Europa, like any type of silverware. I don't think anybody's won like a continental anything. I stand to be corrected, obviously, but like, yeah, that's what I mean. Um, so Marco Asensio coming in makes perfect sense. You know, we need that Champions League aura. You know, he's touched it before. He's seen it. So it's like maybe he can spread that energy around. But yeah, Marco Asensio to Aston Villa. Shout out to you. Welcome to the club. And then Marcus Rashford, the boy from Manchester. Like, again, another player whose home was not kind to him in terms of like the words that arrived preceding him, you know, like what's it like he's an unenthusiastic presser. He has a bad attitude. Um, he's a bad influence. All sorts of like negative things. And it's just I don't know how to feel. Like I don't know if I'm happy or sad that this is happening because everything surrounding Rashford, all the words that have like surrounded him because and I do know that like English media is the devil. It is the devil. But like I don't know. He hasn't cracked 100 goals. He's not part of the 100 goal club despite being in the league for 10 years at this point. Um, and every manager who's gone through Man United has said that you know, he's got a bad attitude. He should be gone. He should have left. So I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I hope I think Emery can do something, you know. I'm sure he can. I'm sure he can do something with him because he's a professional. That's like at the end of the day, as you know, as bad as like we think these players are, they're still professionals. They still get paid to kick ball. Whereas like you as just a random guy on the couch, like you have to pay for pitch time. Like he's going to the pitch and getting paid on top of it. And then he plays at like Stamford Bridge or Villa Park or wherever. So it's like it doesn't like we can say whatever we want about them, but like you know, let's be real. Um, but yeah, I think Marcus Rashford. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say he'll do well because there's no guarantee, but I think it'll be an interesting time. It'll be interesting. That's all I can say. I don't know if it'll be a good interesting or not because for me, Rashford, one, he's like, and this is just as a black man, like, because he's 3 years my senior, so he's close enough in age where it's like I was there for the rise and like I can remember the rise, and it's just like I remember watching him in the league, like in the snippets that I could watch or that I found, and it's just like this guy is fucking disgusting. Like he's crazy. Like he's so good. But I don't know. There's moments where I guess recently or maybe it's just the pressure of Manchester United and I guess going to Birmingham will you know, at least like release some of that pressure, you know, turn the valve. But yeah, it's like he's not really enjoyed. And then on top of that, I'm gonna say it, the racist English media, because like, are you spinning a what, dog? Like, some like these people are getting up this guy's ass for things that other guys of you know a very particular skin color are doing and getting away with scot free. There's no reason and saying, oh, he's a bad influence, he's got terrible attitude, like, I don't know. I just feel it stinks. It stinks. It stinks a little bit. Like, it stinks a lot, actually. It stinks a shit ton, a crap load. So it's just, we'll see. We'll see. If he proves them right, you know, it can get out of my club at the end of the season, and it can be that simple. But he has the potential to like do the craziest thing in his career. You know, he has the potential to do the craziest thing in his career. And that's so serious. And I hope he does something. I hope he does something. Honestly, I hope Marcus Rashford does something. Marcus Rashford, MBE. I hope he does something. Because I'd rather not. I would actually rather not see him prove the English media, prove them right. Prove the top reds right. Please, I'll be sick. I'll actually be sick. And like, I think with the combination of all of these players coming in, minus Loic Baide, or however the hell you say his name. What a wuss, man. If he even did the bare minimum of research, he would have known that people get injured for free. They get injured for fun in this team. Like, especially in the defense, and especially Tyrone Mings. I love him, but like, he was just a shred of research, and he would have known the catastrophes that are possible, and like, he would have been tired of playing. He actually would have been tired of playing. He would have been tired of playing. But you know, he'll come crawling, because that's how it always goes. He'll come crawling back. Yeah, he was saying, oh, I believe in the Sevilla project. But brother, you're not playing Champions League. And you likely never will play, or you'll likely never progress further. No, let me not say that. Sevilla's a serious team. They're part of the manager's, you know, his steps. So I'm not gonna disrespect them. I won't disrespect them. But he would have been tired of playing. This boy, he would have been yes, sis. I'm actually so annoyed. Like, now that I'm talking about it, I'm so annoyed because he would have been tired of playing. He would have played every day. He played every game. Hate to see it. Anyways, but yeah, I think the combination of all of these players is going to be something to remember. I just hope that, you know, we do not shit the bed, especially in the Champions League, because we're through to the... I guess we're through on, what you call it, on the well, I guess we're in the top 8, so we don't have to play knockouts or playoffs, which is nice. I think for me personally, I thought we were probably gonna end up playing knockouts. So to see us like 8th in that like in the table, that was something, you know. Like we're I don't want to say something crazy, but I'm gonna say something crazy. We could we could do something, you know. We could do something crazy. We could do something a little nuts. We could get another one. We could get another one in recent memory. One in color, Ultra HD, 4K. Like we could. It's technically possible because we are still in the competition. Ultra HD, boys and girls. And NBs. Ultra HD. Like, it's crazy. It's great. It's a bit crazy, but we'll see. Time will prove me wrong or right, you know. And that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. But yeah, I think it's a good set of players, and you know, we've got some momentum going. Yeah, we see. We see.